Good morning. It is 7:30 on Wednesday, the 8th of July. Been up for about an hour, had a coffee, and look at that, beautiful out that way. Really quite a little bit hazy. There is some ships or whatever they are over the ocean there, but that's okay. I know they're there, they're always there. That's to be expected. It's not a surprise. Haven't had a rainbow since the 19th of June, so nearly a month, which is unbelievable, seeing as I was getting 2 or 3, sometimes 4 a day. They're just backtrack over here. In between all, there's quite a few ships in the background of the buildings here. Where are they? As you can see them, they're blending in really well with the haziness. So you have to excuse the garbage trucks in the background. But hey, crap has to come out. Okay, so there's my marker, just there, which I love my big marker. Coming down along, we've got Shipstern coming up. Haven't had much activity around Shipstern of recent. Which is a little bit of a surprise because that was my hotbed for stuff, and that's where all the discharge for that pixelation video was coming out from, around here in between that and there, which one of these is called Turtle Rock. Don't ask me which one, because I'm not a geologist, obviously. If I was, I'd be a bit more I'd have a bit more information on what I'm saying rather than just comments. It'd be information, not comments. But anyway, so you're just coming with me on the balcony as we go around to the standout part just here. So we've got that little fraction a little bit closer, coming down along there past Shipstern. And these are these clouds, these ones here. I took some photos of these about an hour ago. They seem to be touching the surface of the ridge. It's not a mountain per se, it's more like a ridge, and that's what happened at Shipstern here, where it hovered for 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours. This here has now been here for an hour at least. It hasn't moved. It is like parked there. It looks very similar in size and shape as to the one that was for 8 hours over Shipstern. Now there are some communities down there, people. I'd love to know what it looked like if I was to stand on that mountain ridge underneath from the vantage point and look up. What would I see? Would I just see murky clouds, or would I not see anything? But it's a bit of a hike. It's a very, as you can see, it's not within walking distance. Hell no. So it's not even in the first mountains where Shipstern is. It is the mountains behind that, the ridge, I should say, behind that. So it's been there for an hour. Occasionally they might be like a slide. They might move a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, but they never go up and down. They just sort of, go over this way, go that way, a little bit like they're repositioning themselves. It was very interesting. I was watching, and if anyone's interested in the technological side of things, which I know some people are, DARPA talks. I sort of watch those. A lot of them I don't understand. They're a little bit technical for me, but the basic information that they put out, the latest one that just came out, is all about the magnetic resonance and how they're able to use it for computer algorithms and things like that. It's really quite fascinating. So just, they're only podcasts. You don't have to be sitting at a computer or attached to your phone to pay attention. You just listen to what the guy says and absorb the information, and then do your own research and data, which I probably will be doing later on today. I have to go to hairdressers, which is nice because, you know, during the lockdown, I look like an old hag. My hair hadn't had my hair done or been touched by anybody other than myself since just before Christmas. So, you know, it was long and it was not looking really, did not make me feel good about myself, let me put it that way. So, yeah, go and have that done. That'll make me feel fresh and, you know, a little bit innovated. So that will be good. But yeah, as you can see, even here, I can't really get too close. But there are like two different levels of clouds. You've got the brown, murky crap at the front, which, you know, look murky. They look dirty. They look like dirty clouds. And I find them very unattractive. They're probably the most unattractive of all the clouds. You know, the black ones, we've got, you know, one murky, blacky one over here, which, you know, hey, I know, I see them all the time. It's the other coloured ones, you know, the murky ones that, you know, it's like they're so close to the ground. What's in them? What are they doing? But anyway, so just continue on my way around here, and then I'll do one pan up at the skies, so you can see how clear and crystal blue everything is. It's not azure blue; it's more a, you know, shitty blue. It's washed out blue, almost like a baby blue. So I'll just pan out a bit here, and you can see what I'm talking about. Don't be fooled by how black or how dark the blue looks on the top. That's just, you know, a camera artifact. It is not to the naked eye, but and down around this way, back where we started, the never-ending circle of life. But anyway, just thought I'd give you an update. So I might just head back to that brown shitty cloud here. It could be headed towards Shipstern, because Shipstern obviously is just there, and it's there, and it could be headed in that direction. I'll have to have a look. I've got to make my hair appointments in 2 hours, so I might check just before I go. But yeah, so that one, and then this one here, the hovering. It's like they are planted there. They seem to have even covered more of the mountaintop. Look at it. Now, I look at the size of them and the front of it there. It looks like it could be either that end could be the monkey, or where it has that ridge up there could be the monkey. I think it's two things joined together. A big one at the front, and it's having that white cloud starting to cover it at the front. So they're getting ready to do something, I think. I don't know what, but they're planning to do something. You can even see, you know, obviously the sun has been up for quite some time, so it's nothing to do with the direction of the sun that I can see. Is it shadows that they're casting? Sort of, you know, halfway or 3/4 of the way down. So, you know, all that white stuff has turned into that murky brown shit cloud. Sorry, but it's just, I can't believe it. You know, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, that's a nice white, smoky, you know, fuzzy, you know, like cloud, fluffy cloud, you know, that you see when you're a child. And, you know, what are those things? What are those cotton balls in the sky? They're not cotton balls, they're clouds. You know, they're part of nature. And then to see them go from that to that brown, murky, dirty dishwater type of thing is not pleasant to see. And that's just from me, from the, you know, does it smell down there? Is there any odor? Is there any feeling? Are they getting any magnetic resonance like what I was getting from the discharge? You know, what are they doing down there? Because don't forget that land warfare government. They're the army, not the Air Force, not the Navy. They're the army, the Australian Army down there. They have some links from what I could see, and the information that I was able to obtain without, pushing too many red buttons. Something to do with the British Empire. They have some in New Zealand. They have some in Canada. So all of the Australian, or I should say, all the British Union, Commonwealth places have them. So there's probably some in India and other places that were colonised. I'm sure that there would be some in the States as well. They might be referred to under a different name. They might even be affiliated with DARPA. Yeah, I'm sort of new to the whole sort of DARPA thing. The fact that they're your defence, they're government agencies. They make it sound so privatised, the way that they are. And with the talk the gentleman was giving for the DARPA talks, the recent one, he's talking about, how he became to be in DARPA, what he originally thought of DARPA, how he got affiliated with them, and the pressure that they put on the people from the scholarships that they give to all the universities. And all the DARPA challenges, oh my God, the challenges that they have. The latest one they have, and I think it's already finished, they were offering $10,000 or $100,000. It was all about cyber warfare. And it was like had this challenge. Anyone around the world that was a hacker could apply or, join. And they're having these competitions, online competitions, where people were trying to hack each other. And somebody had put a comment, because I sort of looked into it and went, oh, this is really crazy. What are they doing that for? Are they trying to bring some really, really, really smart hackers out into the open so that they can capture them? And someone had put a comment which I thought was absolutely brilliant, saying, hey, who needs to hire staff, and pay staff to do all this research technology that may or may not work? You just put this out there. You float this large sum of money to people that obviously don't have a lot of financial money, and you see who wins, and then you steal their ideas. You don't have to pay for it. You just steal their information, and then you offer them a job, and then they become part of DARPA. So it's a try before you buy. You don't even have to go to a job interview. You just have to join one of these DARPA challenges. It just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. The insidiousness of the whole lot. It's just crazy. But anyway, we're supposed to be talking about the skies, and I'm showing you the skies. Not talking about DARPA and their perhaps immoral approach to acquiring staff. So I know this is all over the place because it's a bit glary. I can't really see what I'm looking at through this little screen. So just pretend you're in a hot air balloon. You're up and down like a hot air balloon. Sorry if anyone's getting vertigo. I don't mean to make that, but I'm just a bit bonkers at times. And and for anyone, if they wanted to know, I slept really well last night. I didn't have any, as I said, I don't dream anymore, so they can't get me at sleep through my dreams, because that just doesn't happen to me anymore. Something happened to my brain back in 2012, and that capacity is no longer part of my life. So they have to find another way to, if they want to, get into my brain and affect me mentally, they can't do it through my dreams. So I slept really well last night. I hope everyone else did too. Hope you're all well and safe and enjoying life. This is the only one we've got. Make it last. Just stand your ground. Don't take, Victoria here with all the crap we have going on here with the COVID. Oh my God, it's just turned into this big ball of shit. It is just becoming so, it's like augmented reality, and I'm not liking, sorry, that was my hand over it, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm really not. So, if I had my perfect way, I'd have a parcel of land somewhere, I'd have my own food, a couple of chickens for the eggs, You know, I wouldn't, you know, I used to be a full-on vegetarian for 5 years back in the late 1980s, but it became extremely hard because being a vegetarian back then, unless you went to the Hare Krishna restaurants, you know, where you know, you'd have to go and have their food, you couldn't get any decent food. You know, you just ate like a rabbit, which was not actually very exciting and probably not very nutritionally very healthy for you either. But I'm ranting, so I'm going to shut up, be quiet, and yeah. So I'll leave you with an image of the floating cloud. Where is it? If I can find it. Where are you, Mr. Floating Cloud? Where is it? Around here somewhere. Back this way. Here it is. Okay. So let's see where he'll be when I come home from the hairdressers. So I'll do a little video then, and I'll do a span around so everyone can see whether it's still here, and that it's just not me imagining things. Anyway, I hope everyone have a great day. Bye.